Hi, it's Shannon Heaton, and for this season of the Tune of the Month, I shall continue to present and teach a tune. I'll bring in Matt Heaton for some harmonic perspective on the tune, and I'll give a little Irish Music Stories podcast style information about each tune. Glad you're here, and welcome to the Tune of the Month. Are you ready for the May Tune of the Month, Matt Heaton?
I may be.
And this month, even though it's not really all that warm, we're going for the gold with the Golden Eagle Hornpipe.
Caw, caw.
So I, Shannon Heaton,
And I, Matt Heaton,
will play this tune one time around, and then we'll break it down for easy learning. One. It's a pretty shiny tune, huh, Matt?
it's worth its weight in gold.
That's right. But before we get into the glittering presentation of this tune for learning, let's learn a little bit about the tune and why it's called the Golden Eagle. I'm Shannon Heaton, and this is Irish Music Stories, the show about traditional music and the bigger stories behind it. Like how things change over the years, but a lot of the same stories just seem to keep coming up. Like a bad penny or a golden eagle. Those are really rare to come across these days, but those golden coins were in circulation back in 1883 when Boston fiddle player William Bradbury Ryan was working in a print shop on Court Street, right near Scollay Square, which is not there anymore. Now it's the pedestrian plaza in front of City Hall. William's boss at the print shop, Elias Howe, had been collecting fiddle tunes since his childhood in the 1820s. Elias published his own musician's companion tune collection in 1840. Back then, people were still dealing with the aftermath of the Panic of 1837, when President Andrew Jackson sent out a personal announcement. Government land, he said, can now only be bought with gold and silver. Almost immediately, banks ran out of gold and silver. It pinched the rich white developers. Businesses closed. There was mass unemployment. Farmers and homeowners lost their property. There were food shortages, and throughout it all, there was very little government assistance. When people look back on his unadvised, personal attack of the U.S. banking industry and the 6-year depression that ensued, it's usually seen as a massive, ignorant misuse of executive power. But the tune collectors hung in there, through the Panic of 1837, through the Mexican-American War, through the Gold Rush, through the American Civil War. By the 1860s, Elias Howe had become a prolific music publisher. William Bradbury Ryan started working for him and embarked on his own enormous tune collection of reels, jigs, and other English, Irish, and Scottish dances. When Elias opened his Court Street publishing house in 1880, the two men had worked together for nearly 20 years. One of their first big projects in the Boston Court Street shop was to publish Ryan's 1883 Mammoth collection. The Golden Eagle Hornpipe is tune number 697 out of 1,050 melodies. Its first time in print. And it's been flying in the hands of traditional players ever since, including the late, great Joe Durain on the box there, Kieran Hanrahan on the banjo, McDarrell O'Reilly on fiddle, and me on the flute, just this moment. The hornpipe was probably named for the Golden Eagle coin. There was also the Golden Eagle clipper ship, which was made in my town of Medford, Massachusetts. So maybe the tune was called after the ship. But no matter its namesake, the Golden Eagle Hornpipe is a flashy, fiery little tune. Some say British fiddler James Hill wrote it. James died 30 years before William published his book, and his tunes were all pretty virtuosic like this one. But no matter who made it up, it's a tune that many of us play because we learned it from other players. We Irish musicians tend to pick up most of the common tunes, and many of the unusual ones from people, not from books. But knowing when a tune showed up in a book indicates how old it is, or where it might have come from, what it might have been named for, and that makes the whole thing even richer. You have even more to share with your flute player neighbor, or with your friend who lives 6,700 miles away. Kozo Toyota plays Irish flute around his home of Tokyo. When he was visiting Boston last month, we played the Golden Eagle together. Okay,
Yeah.
Kozo Toyota.
Yeah.
Where did you learn this tune, the Golden Eagle?
From a recording. Yeah.
From a recording. So why did you learn this tune?
I used to play classical music before. So the choice of a chord is close to classical music. Yeah, I think.
Very chromatic.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, very chromatic. It's got some half steps, so the melody's laced with a few accidentals, like sharps and flats. And those are easier to play on a keyed flute. In 1847, 36 years before William published his tune book with the Golden Eagle, Munich flute player Theobald Boehm patented a new flute design with more keys. This made it a lot easier to play all the notes, fully chromatic. And it fixed some tuning and volume unevenness. The flutes that Kozo and I play are an earlier design. Some keys, but not all the gadgets and adjustments of the Boehm design. Maybe it's slightly more sporting on our flutes. So I learned a little bit about the history of the tune, to know how old it is, and also to learn why it's called the Golden Eagle.
Yeah.
And it turns out that there was a coin in the United States called the Golden Eagle, and there was also a ship in my town in Medford, Massachusetts, close to where we went running this morning. The ship was called the Golden Eagle.
Yeah.
Do you have any eagle stories in Japan? Are there eagles in Japan?
The beginning of the year, they say that if we dream about Mount Fuji, or eagle, and eggplant, yeah, it's a symbol of the happiness of this year. And we have no idea why eggplant.
Unexpected. I'd not known about the eggplant, but I had learned that there are mountain hawk eagles in Japan, which samurais began training 1,200 years ago. Japan's got golden eagles, too. Mythical ones. There are Shinto tales about a heavenly eagle kami guarding Buddhist temples. There's Karura, a fiery red gold eagle human demigod with thunderous power. And Washi, the wise golden eagle hawk that shows up all over folklore and art, usually battling snakes. Playing the Golden Eagle hornpipe is ideally less of a battle, when you're playing it on a keyed flute especially, but it's still got a few stages of engagement that noble players need to coordinate for the most honorable performance possible. So this tune is very like arpeggios.
Arpeggio, yes. And besides, it's out of the range of the flute.
Okay, so this flashy, arpeggiated composition, with notes too low for the flute, shows up in print in 1883. At that time in Boston, a Boehm system flute, especially the ones with silver keys, or the ones that were made out of metal, cost about $100 or more. So like 10 Golden Eagle coins. That was a lot of money back then. The basic, simpler system flutes, like the ones that Kozo and I play, were more like $5. So that's what the Irish folk musicians played. We still prefer those old instruments. The simple system wood flutes, though, are now less available than the modern metal ones, and they can be pricey. But getting the right tone is golden. And sharing these tunes, priceless. So is summoning good luck. Never hurts to have a good luck charm or two, like gold coins. Golden Eagle coins stayed in circulation until one man's executive order put an end to the Golden Eagle. All right, it's 1933, Great Depression era. On March 4th, President Franklin D. Roosevelt was sworn in. On the 6th, he declared a national bank holiday. And on the 9th, Congress passed the Emergency Banking Relief Act. This gave the new president more control over the banking system, and less than a month later, he used an executive order. Just like Andrew Jackson had done when he issued his gold and silver only decree, but this time it was an executive order telling citizens they'd have to go back to paper money. Unlike Andrew Jackson, Congress had given FDR authority over banking. He gave people a month to turn in all gold over $100 to the Federal Reserve or face huge fines or up to 10 years in jail. So, citizens carried in their gold eagles, and they got paper dollars in exchange, backed and regulated by the government. After that, it was all bills and silver and base metal coins for all goods and services, including flutes. The Golden Eagle coins might be out of circulation, and the Golden Eagle clipper ship might be long gone, but the Golden Eagle hornpipe is still around. And so's the shamrock, an enduring emblem of good luck for Irish and Japanese people.
In Japanese, shamrock is katabami.
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 Okay. Well, here's to great hornpipes and to good luck dreams next January. Number 1.
Mount Fuji,
Number 2.
eagle,
Number 3.
eggplant,
Number 4.
katabami.
Okay, for me, there's always great value in taking my time when I'm approaching a tune. Give it a little bit of respect, like hear it, figure out what its values are, figure out how it's constructed.
So do a little active listening to kind of before you actually start figuring out the notes.
Yeah, instead of just like whacking away at it and playing all over it, why not like hear what it has to say?
Let's hear what the Golden Eagle has to say.
Okay, and maybe you'll annotate this experience.
I'll
a
do my
little?
best, yeah.
All right. Here's the A part.
First phrase. So those sound like all notes in a major arpeggio to me.
Indeed, and the order of those notes, the way that I'm presenting them, is a little interesting. As a flute player, we actually cannot play do 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 that low B. In fact, this is how it goes. Nice. But I just play that first B up an octave. Hope that nobody notices.
Smoke and mirrors, you'd never know.
But actually it works on its own that way as well.
Yeah.
So di di do di do 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 could even be a variation if you were playing it. Right?
Yep.
But I'm awfully isha if you're a low B. Lovely. So that's how the first phrase goes. We've got second phrase.
Is that so? The second phrase is sort of the first phrase is taking you up. The second phrase is taking you back down. It sounds to me like probably on a 5 chord or most of a 5 chord.
Nice, and there's a little bit of crazy chromatic motion in there. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. We'll get into that later. And then the third phrase, same as the first.
Love it when that happens. And the last phrase sounds very similar to the second phrase, but with a little, ending tied up in a bow.
Very nice. Let's talk about the construction of the B part of
Let's
the tune.
do it. Okay, so that is something we haven't heard before because there's a new note in town, and it is a D sharp, I believe. Yeah?
Another arpeggio.
Another arpeggio. And this time, there are some tunes where you can arguably say that, the chord is kind of ambiguous, it could be this, it could be that. That's a B7 chord.
Yep. And keyless flutes, don't despair. We could always... Or...
You mean if you don't have a D sharp note readily available?
Yeah, you can kind of make a melodic variation away from it.
That's handy.
But for our keyed friends... And then the second phrase... Or... If you need a breath.
Amazing.
Ba, 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 ba.
Right, so giving another arpeggio, lots of arpeggios in this tune, and they're in the B part, they're all kind of functional, they're all kind of moving you from one chord to another.
So that second phrase starts on a A chord. Okay, then we've got the great re.
So is the third phrase going to be the same as the first? It certainly is not. It certainly is not the same as the first. So it is kind of getting us maybe back to the G major tonalities that we were hearing at the beginning of the tune.
Yep. Exactly. It takes us right back to G, just like you called it.
Yeah, with some nice little chromatic things along the ways, because jazz hands.
That's right. That third phrase too goes up to the high C. I love using my long C key here. If you don't have it, this can be a good fingering on the keyless flutes, or try something else if that doesn't work, because they're not all made the same. I think we've built the vault, or at least we've understood how the vault is constructed.
So time to tally up all the coins inside.
What are the notes, in other words?
Yeah, what are the notes?
All right. Shall I play a phrase and give you just enough time to sing it back or to play it back?
And speaking of time, I will keep us all on track with my trusty metronome.
All right, go ahead. First phrase. And let's address the elephant in the room. Phrase number 2, guaranteed, was the trickiest one. We had and then we have da da dee 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 do 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 do. So let's break that in half. 1, 2, 3. Your turn. Da ba da 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 dee 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 dee. Da dee 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 doo doo da 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 da. And hopefully you didn't lose your tone like I did. So that's the A part of the tune. Take your time with it.
Yeah.
Learn to sing it first.
Yeah, and I think with the triplety things, when it's like a big cascade triplet thing, if you know where you're supposed to end up, what note, the last note, I find that it can make it a little bit easier to get the notes prior to that.
Nice. What are the notes in the B part? Let us count the ways.
Whoops.
Right? The great heist of the B part. Da la da 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 D sharp da 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 da. That's chromatic, Holmes, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So again, take your time with it. Learn to sing it, and if you don't have accidentals, if you don't have keys on your flute and you're learning this on the flute, come up with creative things. We lose a couple of the little tiny details that aren't important. The important parts are the structural elements and the spirit of the tune. Okay, friends, what are the chords to this tune? No such thing. There are harmonies implied in this melody, and it's a very kind of evocative, harmonic template.
Yeah, parts of it are you get to play some things that you don't often get to play when you're playing Irish music, which is exciting. So we'll go through the parts separately. The A part, the tune is in G major, and I will be playing out of standard tuning G major voicings.
Wonderful. So here are some harmonies that you might use when hearing this very beautiful harmonic melody.
That's right. So we'll start on a 1 chord.
1, 2, 1.
1 over 3, 4, 5, 1, 1 over 3, 4, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, 5, 7, 1. So the second time through, I added a little more motion just to make it more interesting.
Okay, we have, in a very professional manner, repositioned the phone for the inset here to show what's about to come up.
That's right, because I'm playing some chords around the 7th fret. And so the B part of this tune starts out on a B7 chord. Why? Because the B7 is the 5 of E minor.
Why don't you show that nice voicing of B7 there?
Yeah, it's a lovely voicing. So this is up on the 7th fret, you play the low 6th string on the 7th fret, skip a string, then another 7th fret, and then 8th fret and 7th fret. So it's the scale degrees are 1, 7, major 3, 5. It's basically the notes in this bar chord, but much easier to play. Just the important ones. So B7 goes to E minor. Then the very next phrase, the same move, A7, and I'm playing the same shape, goes to A7 goes to D. And I'm playing a D7 chord because then the D7 will take you to G. And then you're back home and you can do 1, 4, 5, 1 in G. So shall we see how that all fits together?
1, 2.
B7, E minor, A7, D7, D, G, C, D, and B7 to E minor, A7 to D7, D, G, C, A minor, D.
And this feels like a very unusual sequence of chords.
Absolutely. For Irish music, it really is. This is the sort of thing they do in jazz all the time, but we don't get a chance to do that very often.
But might as well put this sequence in your chord bank so you can spend it when appropriate.
It's a very distinctive sound, and if you know the sound, then you instantly know what it is. You don't have to sort of hunt and peck for the right chords.
A lot of value for your effort in learning this. So that hornpipe feel, that hornpipe dance, those lovely steps, very appealing. What do you do with it as a backer?
This is a case where I'm sometimes asked, like, how do you strum hornpipes? And it's more than that. There's a few elements that I think have to work together to make for a really nice hornpipe feel. The right hand is I'm definitely doing kind of a piano-y thing where I'm separating my bass notes from my treble notes. But I am also muting quite a bit.
You sure are, because sometimes when I'm out in the world, I will hear this ringing thing. It really, really gets in the way of the clarity of the rhythm, of the steps, of the gestures. Can we hear just like an A part with that ringy? Not this. Instead, maybe this. There's just a little bit more jaunt. There's a little bit more slap. There's a little bit more room.
I like the idea of jaunt as a word without jaunty. But the right hand, the muty, the alternating, and then you can get away with more sort of jazz chords, or at least I try to, in a hornpipe like this. And what I mean by that is you can, voicings that are a little bit more closed than I might normally use, I think sound nice in a hornpipe.
Very nice. Okay, I think it's time to see how much interest has accrued on this tune.
Excellent. We'll play it through a couple times.
Let's do it. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2. Have fun with it. Thanks for learning the Golden Eagle with us. See you at the Tune of the Month again sometime.
Caw, caw.